Welcome to MSUA's Game Changers Live, where we speak with satellite and mobile connectivity thought leaders about industry trends, new technologies, and share what you need to know about the future of satellite communications. I am your host, Lisa Dreher, and I'm really excited to introduce our guest for today, Doug Harvey. He is the VP of Business Development and Marketing at Galaxy Broadband. Welcome to the show, Doug.
Thank you, Lisa. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Maybe you can start by giving us a little bit of background on yourself and then Galaxy Broadband.
Oh, wow. Okay. As you can see with my gray whiskers here, I've been in the industry for about 35 years and started in the direct-to-home, satellite television, and have gone through some of the firsts where we did KA band commercial. We've done the first MCPC link in North America, and we were one of the first LEO Star OneWeb partners in the world as well. So a lot of firsts. Really have enjoyed being part of the satellite industry and just seeing it change so much and how it affects everybody around the world. Galaxy itself has been in business for over 30 years. And we are kind of the number one satellite provider in Canada. And I think one of our key strengths is that we really understood remote communications and being able to take that limited bandwidth that satellite had back then and manage it properly and give those solutions. So we did the Smart Site, which was taking multiple WANs of C-band, KA band, KU band, now LEO, bundling that together and putting it through our gig. So our gig is the Galaxy Intelligent Internet Gateway, and it manages that bandwidth. It provides firewalls and routing and being able to kind of make it more efficient and build in redundancy. The other aspect is we add in VoIP phones, Wi-Fi 6 distribution, and now the new one is we have private 5G networks that we partnered with Nokia to develop and deploy. We have about 7 senior engineers, 8 junior engineers, sales engineers, and that's been our real strength is we work with the customers to develop what solution they need and to be able to deploy it.
Wow, that is amazing. So just a broad set of offerings. Absolutely. Maybe we can talk a little bit about some of the key trends in the satellite industry that are influencing your company's direction.
Well, definitely. Galaxy's seeing demand, like a lot of companies are, for increased speeds, reduced latency, and a real kind of focus now on comms on the go. So fixed radio services, LTE, GEOs can't really provide that required bandwidth or ubiquitous coverage that the new applications and business expansion requires. So Galaxy's expanded their GEO, and now we include the LEO satellites. And with our partnership with Eutelsat OneWeb, we've been able to now take that from a fixed satellite into a mobile solution. And I think that everybody understands, kind of the benefits of the high speed, low latency. And what we've done now is we've kind of built this network together that is, the mobile communication network. And what that does is it allows us to take a static IP, a private slice, a network slice that gives everybody their own group of IPs. It gives their own network, and that really increases the level of security on it. And we pool the bandwidth so that every unit gets high speeds up to 200 by 40, but they share a pool. So it really drives the cost per gigabit down. So we just look at a lot of those types of things that are really where I think we need to be on those various aspects, and really that advanced support and visibility that we pride ourselves on is always bundled in with our services.
Understood. What geographies does Galaxy Broadband support?
Okay, we're a Canadian company. We're number one in Canada, as I mentioned earlier, but we also provide services into the US and now abroad. I guess the key for us is the mobility markets. That's where we're going to be really focusing on, which kind of gets you into the rail, the transit, the marine, and the fleet business. So today we're on trains and ships and trucks, and we really see that as our growth opportunity. They all want faster speeds, more coverage, and we've got the solutions that kind of fit all those requirements.
Got it. Wow, very exciting. What role are partnerships playing in your business today?
Well, Galaxy has always relied on partners over the 30 years that we've been in business, and I think, let me just kind of break that down. So we have the technology partners. So Galaxy in the past basically owned and operated their own satellite networks, and as I said, that was C, Ka, and Ku. And now with the LEOs coming in, we've partnered with OneWeb, and they're our primary LEO partner, and I think that is kind of giving us that added network and bringing their expertise and services to us. The next thing is our hardware partners. So we've been a partner with Intellian for, I guess, over 7 years, doing marine and that with them. And they've got the new flat panels that will be coming out, I think, in the March timeframe. So they're a major partner. We've got Kymeta, who I know you interviewed the vice president of Kymeta a few weeks ago, and we have both their marine product, which is the Peregrine, and the Hawk, which is their land that we have deployed today. We're getting terrific responses back from our customers on speeds and reliability. Hughes has a new flat panel that'll be coming out, and then it comes down to the actual resellers and integrators, and we have those set up across North America, and they really provide not only access into key markets, but the hands and feet that are required by a lot of the sensitive markets for fast responses. And that allows both Galaxy to grow and sustain business. And I think it's reciprocal that we support them and help their businesses grow.
Okay. When you kind of talked about a little bit earlier some of the use cases for mobile applications,
Right.
trains, and all, and marine and all of that. What are some of the, I guess, maybe less common use cases that Galaxy Broadband is supporting?
I would say, I would say some of our key challenges would be in the high Arctic. I mean, it is so rugged up there. It's not only the ice and the cold, but it's really also, the isolation. And so we've been servicing that up there for several decades, and really become experts in being able to deliver and support products in the high Arctic. Today we have ships with Parks Canada that are dropping scientists and rangers off in that. We're working with the Canadian Navy through the Arctic, and it's really cool to be able to see at the top of the world up there that they're getting just the same level of communications that people are in the 30th to the 50th parallel. So I would say out of all of the places we've deployed, the high Arctic is the most challenging for us.
Wow, that's amazing. And I know it wasn't that long ago that we didn't have any connectivity up there, at least not reliable connectivity up there. So
It
that's
was
great.
it was tough. It was tough up there. There's always been some satellite levels, but the newer speeds where we're delivering hundreds of megs down, it's just a game changer for them.
Right. What will be some of the biggest changes and or new offerings coming through, kind of down the pike from Galaxy Broadband?
I'd say I've got about three things in mind. So the first one is obviously the OneWeb with the LEOs, and what's going to really drive that business with LEO business is the flat panels. And so I'm really looking forward to some of the manufacturers that I mentioned earlier coming out with their form factors and their price points. And that's going to just explode the market, making it way more accessible than it even is today.
Mhm.
I would say the next one would be the global coverage is changing. So instead of when we said global coverage, we meant kind of around the Earth, but now it's kind of pole to pole. So it's true global coverage. And I think we're posed to really help, deliver, as I just mentioned, to the high Arctic or to in Antarctic, and really provide that global coverage. And then I would say the last one for us is the Galaxy One bonding. So we've come up with a technology that we can take two LEO services and basically bond that link together so that you get one faster, fatter pipe that actually has built-in resiliency. So as you're using it, you could be on a Teams call or whatever like this and lose one of the links, but you don't drop a ping. And I think having that multi-layer LAN, WAN kind of all merging into one is going to really, I think, benefit the end user and just expand the applications that can be delivered.
Absolutely. That sounds very exciting. Are you also looking at then, I know you were talking about working with some of the ground segment as well in terms of, traditional terrestrial. Are you also pulling that in? So cellular connectivity into that as well?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the marine have LTE today. And
Mhm.
so there is, yeah, so we can add in LTE as long as it's in that lower latency, that band there of between like 30 to 150, then yes, we can bond that all together. So it really becomes exciting using, multiple WANs like that.
Indeed. Maybe you can tell us about one of your customers and how they're working with your company.
Sure. I love working with the Canadian Navy. We've been, working with them for, I guess, about 6, 7 years now. And we started by delivering KU satellite off of Eutelsat E115. And that was basically providing it to their Arctic patrol that went from kind of the East Coast through the Northwest Passage and down the West Coast. And now we're just adding on to that the OneWeb LEO service. And what that really does is gives them an opportunity to expand. And it's not just for providing better morale services for the sailors and the people on the ship, but it's also for the connecting drones, telemedicine, and those other applications that they've always wanted to deploy, but never had the bandwidth to do that. So that's for us, that's been such a cool project to be part of. And then now it's expanding globally around the world with the ships. So yeah, I would say for us that's probably one of our favorite customers and use cases.
Excellent. Are there, I know you've kind of talked about flat panels and that bonding together of some of the different networks and things like that. Are there other trends or technologies that are coming up that users should keep their eyes out for?
Yeah, I would say they're starting to do it now is the convergence of GEOs and LEOs on the same antenna. So that really widens your WAN and provides, kind of multiple carriers there. I would say the other one is kind of the direct to cell. And you're seeing it today. Apple's launched that where, if you're at a cell range, you see this little satellite icon and it takes you to a satellite. So I think that is going to really expand and explode so that it's a fully integrated cell and satellite network.
Ah, yeah. Well, I think we're all excited about that. Okay, so I want to end with one last question, and that is that, as you may know, the MSUA celebrated our 30th anniversary. It's over a year ago now already,
Wow.
and so this is our 31st year.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, obviously things have changed quite a lot in the last 31 years in the satellite industry. What if you were to make one prediction about the next 30 years? What would that prediction be?
Okay, I'm going to look into my crystal ball, and Lisa, I'm going to say that satellite is going to become the predominant communication link. And what that means is that it is actually going to replace a lot of the terrestrial networks. So the next generation satellites that are coming out in 2025, 2026, 2027 are so powerful, they're going to be delivering gigs of bandwidth to every location in the world. So what that means is that it can go places and deliver, I would say, less expensive and possibly even better than fiber can. So you're going to see kind of a lessening of the fiber deployments and co-locations and that the termination parts due to cost and support. And you're going to see businesses and residents and vehicles, everything being hooked up via satellite, and that will be our primary one. I mean, we're seeing that today where people are taking satellite, using that as primary, and using LTE as backup now, and that's I think only going to expand. But that's a crystal ball. It's not quite clear. It's a little fuzzy, Lisa, but that's what I'm saying.
Wow. Well, that would be great for our industry. So I like that prediction. So, Doug, I want to thank you so much for being here today and sharing your insights. It's been wonderful.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for this opportunity. And again, what a great organization MSUA is. And I'm just proud to be a part of the association and love what you guys are doing.
We are so happy that Galaxy Broadband is part of our organization as well. And that actually brings up that I would love to take a moment here to thank the Mobile Satellite Users Association for hosting these sessions. If you'd like to learn more about the MSUA, visit msua.org, and you can learn all about our Early Bird 2024 memberships, and you can also learn about our weekly newsletter that keeps you updated on all of the latest events and news and upcoming programs. So there's a lot of really valuable information that the MSUA provides to the industry. So please be sure to visit msua.org, and we will see you next time on MSUA's Game Changers Live.